Yo, Dean, do your thing.
And we're live, and welcome to Sidejag, the show where people get together, because I'm politically correct this week, and talk about movies, life, snacks, anything that's on our mind except car audio. And
But
if you
Dean,
don't know why we don't talk about that,
I have a very important question for you. Do you like the shiny? I've got a new vendor for lugs that I'm trying out. So do you like the shiny lug? Let's see, can I get it to focus?
No.
They worked perfect before the show.
Yeah,
or
do you like the non-shiny lug?
I like the shiny. I feel the non-shiny lug looks too much like something you get at Home Depot.
That looks expensive.
Yeah,
that looks way more expensive.
Yeah, see, I was like, they're both tin copper. This one's a little bit more, but I like the way it looks.
Shiny's always better.
For the premium product you're making.
What do you think? So we got Scott's. Casey, what do you think? What do you vote?
Shiny all day. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Cool. It's done. It is done. Movies.
It's always shiny.
Didn't take much convincing.
So Loki's over.
Oh,
that was sad.
It was amazing too, though.
All right. So other than Black Widow, did you watch any other movies this week? So I had a full palette. I watched a bunch of shit. So
I watched Jay and Silent Bob. I watched Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and Star Trek Genesis.
Well, I feel like you watch Star Trek every week.
It's like that easy go to on the way to bed thing, like, oh, there we go, I'll play that. It's familiar, so you can have your eyes closed and you know the scene and everything's going on at the same time.
I used to do that I used to do that with Harry Potter because I could put it on and then that music and I'd just be like,
yeah,
that was great. But
what you watch, Casey?
Did you watch anything?
We're going through all the Quentin Tarantino movies again. So we just watched Pulp Fiction, and then we just finished Django again for like the 1,000th time for both of them, but they never get old.
Django, I like. Pulp Fiction drove me up the wall.
Oh, so good.
I want a version of Pulp Fiction where it's laid out in order.
Yeah,
because my OCD is like, okay, listen, I got a pretty decent memory. But I don't want to play the game where I'm. Yeah, you remember the scene at the first 5 minutes of the movie?
Right.
Here's the conclusion.
What's your favorite Pulp Fiction scene then? Does everyone have a favorite Pulp Fiction scene?
I got a guy with a blowtorch and a pair of pliers.
Yeah.
I mean, is it any better than that?
What about the Ving Rhames scene?
It's not a. It's not a motorcycle, babe. It's a chopper. That's dead, baby.
I was about to say Zed's dead. That's right after he wrecks the Civic like mine too. I don't know if he wrecks the crap out of that car. I love Pulp Fiction. Yeah,
I like the needle to the chest. That's a pretty good scene. Yeah. And then the Ving Rhames getting raped was pretty intense.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go there. I wasn't gonna go there. That's
what led up to. I got some friends with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch. And
right.
It's like, after he just got,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, I didn't watch any of those movies this weekend. I did catch the Assassin's Bodyguard's Wife.
Was it good?
If you've seen the first one was amazing.
Super good.
The second one was not the quality of the first one, as to be expected. But when it becomes $10, it'll be a great movie to watch.
I didn't realize the chat till now. I was looking forward to see that one because I liked the first movie.
Yeah, the first movie was great. I mean, my wife was like, "Dude, we gotta watch this," and I was like, "Okay, it's cool. Let's watch it." And I enjoyed it. It was cool. A lot of F-bombs. There was a couple of scenes in it where you're just like, wait, what? And because Morgan Freeman's in it.
Yeah.
That nobody knew Morgan Freeman was going to be in it.
I didn't even know, until you brought it up, I didn't even know this movie existed.
Really?
Yeah.
What rock have you been living under?
It's advertised a lot.
Work 12 hours every freaking day.
Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad.
I know.
What about
plus, Dean, you could cuss on this one because we're never going to get monetized.
We are never going to get monetized.
So who cares? Who cares?
Has anyone seen Gunpowder and Milkshakes?
No, I saw it though. I was like, this looks interesting.
Okay, so it's the newest movie on.
Comedy, right?
What's that?
It's a horror comedy.
It's so it's a new genre, which I've decided is my personal favorite genre, which is female action star. But you'll like it because it's kind of shot like a Quentin Tarantino movie. So it's not 100% serious, and some of the scenes are way over exaggerated, like he would do. But it's shot by somebody that likes his stuff, because I like his stuff, but I also want it to be make money, and not be that. But no, Gunpowder and Milkshakes was really good. If you get an opportunity, it's the same story, girl assassin, which I think we've seen now 4 times.
Did you watch Lolita Battle Angel?
Yes.
That movie's pretty dope.
Yes. Bringing up the Tarantino, though, if you like Western stuff, though, I love The Hateful Eight. Like, I'm a big Western. I thought it was a fantastic movie. Yeah.
I've never seen that one.
I haven't seen
Dude, that one was great, dude. That was a fantastic Tarantino movie. It's a newer one.
Great movie.
I've seen like
Russell Crowe. Think about Russell Crowe and like what? Is it Russell Crowe? Is it? Yeah, no, not Russell Crowe. Kurt Russell as as a Western stuff thing. It's pretty good.
I mean, he did play Wyatt Earp.
He did play Wyatt Earp. They were talking about that was like two decades ago.
I'm just saying though, him as a Western guy, he did play Wyatt Earp.
But he's seasoned now though. He's an older guy though. But you see these guys that were like in the '90s were like young hotshot guys. They're like seasoned guys now with beards and shit. With gray hair and stuff. Now it's kind of like, okay, you've taken matured.
He had 2 episodes of Fast and Furious, so now he's a veteran.
Touché.
Yeah. So now he's a real actor.
Everybody's gonna be in a Fast and Furious except The Rock. He's done with them.
No, The Rock is going back.
Can those movies die, please? Like, oh,
nah.
I haven't seen the last one.
I need to pick your guys' brain about this, okay?
Okay.
So, as a Fast and Furious proclaimed fan, I love Fast and Furious, right? But to me, the real Fast and Furious ended.
Scott, put the pen down. Scott, put the pen down.
Sorry, my bad, bro. Your headphone guy. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
The real Fast and Furious ended after 2, because 1 and 2 it was all about the cars. But now,
it was amazing.
Am I
wasn't
in the majority or am I in the minority? Because people that like Fast 4, Fast 5, are they the posers or am I the poser?
I see. I include Tokyo. I include Tokyo Drift in the first 3 because it was like the Tokyo Drift was like a new era of film though, so it had like different camera shots. Like the exposure was different, so it's kind of edgier, newer. I still kind of I include cars. I include Tokyo Drift as 3. It's like the first trilogy of Fast and the Furious.
And let's be honest,
in a Mustang, dude, it's so cool. It's like, man, it's gonna hurt someone's feelings.
To me, and Tokyo Drift, what kind of blew my mind was the whole car vending machine.
Dude, the Monte Carlo. Those are real things, though. Yeah, that's a real thing. The Monte Carlo, that made me want a Monte Carlo so freaking bad in the beginning. I wanted that Monte, a 77.
It was like an 800 horsepower car, like the actual, like the main car.
So
the construction
who's
site.
the poser? The 1 and 2 guys, or everyone else?
I feel I personally feel once Tokyo Drift happened and they kind of just went back to the drawing board on the line, everything that happened after that is a whole different. That's like where they said, what if we took a little bit of 007? Just kind of did this.
Okay, guys, the moment that they brought machine guns and explosions into it, then it was an action film, okay?
Well, they're superheroes. Now. At this point, it's super. It's Marvel and Fast and Furious. They're both superhero franchises.
I haven't seen the newest one yet. Them hijacking a big rig versus like driving a high end car through a freaking skyscraper and freaking some that's not the same thing. Yeah,
jumping a submarine.
Right. Fiero in space. I haven't seen it, but I've seen a Fiero in space already.
We're gonna crash cars out of the whole raining car thing. It's like
different ball game.
You guys, you need to watch 9 because Tyrese is the audience in this.
Mm-hmm.
He is audience. He's like, yo, we shouldn't be like, how are we not getting hurt? He literally says that in one of his things. He's like, we're I can't even remember what all it was, but yeah. Everything you're thinking, he's saying.
Best line. You damn street racers.
Yeah.
Road's closed. You couldn't find it.
And that's actually one of the more badass cars in the movie. Okay, that guy blocking off the roads, he's in an R33 Skyline. That would have like dunked on like pretty much. He could have raced Vin.
People didn't realize that at the beginning, you know.
Well, and the other thing too is out of all the characters, nobody knows what happened to him.
Exactly. Like he was Jesse's best buddy, right? Jesse gets killed. Leon's gone forever. Like no one talks about Leon.
It's like Corey and Trevor from Trailer Park Boys.
Your best friend got shot from everybody. And he's gone. Like he doesn't come back to avenge him. No one like he's not in Brazil or wherever the other dude Vince is. Like he's just gone. Leon's gone.
He does. Yeah, he builds model planes now at home, and he just doesn't want anything to do with street racing.
I took that 2 whatever million from the Panasonic VCRs we were stealing.
Right.
He cashed out, son.
He bought Bitcoin. He was an early Bitcoin investor.
Now I own fast food restaurants, and I sell tuna sandwiches with the crust cut off. It's a whole health food thing. I started the whole Smoothie King.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's like high five.
Yeah. That would be cool to just to like maybe like in 10 where if they just were like some bullshit chase scene and then they have like Leon's and there's like his face on a billboard and like you just see Dom go, you know, a slow pan shot like
that's family right there.
You know, it's the whole thing. Like Dom's whole thing is family. Like, was Leon ever family or not?
No.
Because he don't give a F about Leon. John Cena's popping up out of the blue.
I want to know what happened to the bass guitar.
Right. That's what got him kicked out.
Well, that was the other
Buster brought me home.
Okay, so they showed Gran Turismo 2 in 2 shots in that. They showed it in the Civic and when they're doing that in the house scene or whatever. If you watch it both times, whenever it goes to the car just veers one direction and hits a wall on each one of them. So like in the guy's Civic, it just like into a wall. Like so when Mia's playing, boom, right into a wall. You're like, did you have to stop playing when you were putting it on the screen or what? But, I picked that out, but sorry.
So, you know, it's funny you mentioned car video games. Years ago, Alpine decided that they wanted to get into the video game business. So they paid video game manufacturer a bunch of cash to just put Alpine like
Midnight Club and stuff like that. I think.
It was
not Midnight Club. Need for Speed Underground.
I have no idea. It might have been Need for Speed. They had Alpine logos and all that stuff in there, and then they also paid
vehicles. I think right.
You could put them. You could put in number 2. You could put speakers in the back of your car.
Yeah,
and you get street cred.
So they thought that was the way to go, and then they also paid Matchbox to make Matchbox Alpine cars.
Did they pay Easy?
That's kind of cool, though. I kind of would want a Matchbox Alpine.
Did they pay
I had one for years. I finally threw it away. I don't know why.
To talk about stealing the Alpine.
Yeah, no, but that would have been cool.
That would have been a good move.
That was a good move. Because let's be honest, every time he said that, you're like, I got an Alpine.
Yeah, exactly. Alpine. Like, yo, I got that 9709, bro.
I've only had a couple Alpines. I had one. The last one I got brand new in box. It was old school. I gave it to Casey, and he put it in some.
That thing was amazing, dude.
Yeah, I should have kept that. I should have. It was like, but whatever.
I feel like anybody that is in car audio has to at least own an Alpine once. I mean, past a certain age. Past a certain age, if you didn't own an Alpine, then
even now, the
I've had a bunch.
Oh, if you had the Alpine, like nobody could tell you nothing about any new head unit. Like I don't care what you say.
Ask Casey. Alpine. I had the Alpine Type X coaxes on my doors. Nobody could tell me shit. Yeah. There was nothing better than that sounded amazing. Yeah.
I know what it feels like to be a fanboy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you fall into that crevice.
Well, speaking of fanboy, today we're going to fanboy out about Marvel. We finally got to see the long-awaited Black Widow. Now, so I'm not even going to do my normal synopsis of this because I feel if you've seen the trailer, you know what's happening. You know, and who didn't know Romanoff's backstory? It's like the Red Room. She's a super killer. Basically bulletproof, smartest person with a gun. I mean, she's the best, you know, as far as all the female superheroes goes. That she's definitely the one that we will miss the most because if you didn't see Avengers, she's dead now. which really sucks.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, that
Like
totally sucked. And, okay, so the funny part, I know. So the funny part about this movie, which I think is hilarious, the two characters that they talked about, Steve Rogers and her, were the only two that weren't carried. They didn't get caught. It's like Steve Rogers went back in time and got old, and now he's a 70-year-old dude that's disappeared, and she's dead. Aside from, and then they did mention Tony Stark too, because she's like, why don't you take it to your boy Tony Stark? She's like, we're not exactly talking right now. And he's dead. So it's like everyone they talked about in that movie, other than Burton, the bow and arrow guy.
Yeah.
He's still alive, obviously, which that's Haley's favorite character.
Hawkeye's her favorite character.
Oh, she loves Hawkeye. And I'm like,
Hawkeye's the weakest Marvel guy.
No, he's not. He's actually the smartest one.
Do you think he killed her?
I don't know. Tony Stark's pretty smart, man.
Okay, we're talking pretty smart. Okay, slow down. No, he made it in a cave. He made it from parts in a cave. But I mean, think about it. This guy's dumb enough to go, you know what? I'm gonna take on the biggest threat to ever hit mankind with a bow and arrow. Right.
What makes these holes? That's arrows. So you're like, oh shit.
This guy's like 56 times my size. I would shoot him with a little arrow.
Yeah.
Yep. I got this. And the fucker blew up. So I mean, it worked.
Yeah. It worked.
And those exploding arrows were crazy. Exploding arrows,
dude.
I thought it was a fucking rocket launcher when the first one exploded. I thought it was somebody had an RPG or something like that.
Well, when he played the character of Ronin, when she went to find him, and he's like wiping the sword off on his thing. You're looking at that sword, going, okay, so he's traded in the arrows for sword. So now he doesn't want to be 10 feet or more away from the guy. He wants to cut your head off so he can watch you die. That's a pretty badass guy.
That's pretty metal.
Yeah.
Well, he's badass for a guy, but in the overall Marvel universe, he's like
her sister said, one of the biggies. If we kill you, one of the biggies are going to come get us. And she's
I
like,
love how Captain
Pepper Potts.
Yeah, she just disappeared. Like I have other things to do, and she could have just easily ended it and just helped them out. Like, throw us a bone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're literally the most powerful person ever.
Well, I mean, to be fair to her, because I'll always play the devil's advocate. She's like, there's a whole universe that I'm responsible for, and you guys are like one little star. This happened everywhere. So, there's 10 of you here. Figure this shit out. Yeah. I gotta go.
It's like, why would protect Earth? That's what I don't know. And
here's the thing: the United States is the most important country in the world, and we don't care what she's doing. We care about what's happening in the United States. And if you don't know, we don't care about that either. Yeah. That's basically the situation.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I got it. We did have Thor. I mean,
for sure.
Let's be honest. I mean, we weren't in totally, but and we had Natasha. So I mean,
did her sister give y'all Hayden Panettiere vibes?
Yes.
I liked Yelena. I thought she was awesome.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. My favorite character though is hands down Red Guardian though. The whole time, the comedic relief Red Guardian.
I think that's probably the best role we've seen him in, because Hopper is just kind of
I like seeing him in that role though. He's a good dynamic acting. Him switching back and forth from the Russian accent, which I'm sure that obviously took a lot of takes. It's pretty impressive.
Job, didn't he?
What's that?
About his accent, he did a really good job about that.
Yeah. Well, I thought he did a really, he hit it out of the park. I mean, and anybody else realize he never took a shower at all?
She was like, you stink very bad.
And he goes, and not only that, you stink very bad, but then when he goes, it still fits. And she goes, I've never washed it once.
She's into it. You stink, but she's into it. You stink.
He's like, I have lots of energy. I just got out of prison. That's supposed to be good luck, like a football jersey or something like that. I'm sure. I'm assuming is what the joke was.
Sure. I mean, the whole scene with the family scene, I like that. The little banter back and forth about Mom, why do you always do this to me?
Mm-hmm.
So let's break the movie down to its first act, which was where they're all in suburbia, Ohio. And we won't even sit there and go, wait a minute, how did they get a commuter plane or that little tiny from Ohio to Cuba on one tank of gas and a plane that's probably been sitting there 3 years? We're gonna throw that one out as Marvel magic.
True.
Okay. With
They
him hanging on the wing.
Yeah.
So that's
mom with a gunshot wound or whatever.
Make it, no big deal. They had to fly all the way across the United States, and at no point did S.H.I.E.L.D. have the ability to shoot them down, unless they drove from Ohio to Florida, and they just kind of left that out. Which, to me, that was kind of what I thought was happening, is that they drove from Ohio to Florida, but they did leave Ohio at nighttime, and they took off in the plane at nighttime. So that's real nerdy crap. So we're gonna put the whole flight out of the equation. Like,
hear me out. The whole first act could have been sequenced into like 5 minutes and cut out of the movie.
Well, I mean, I feel like the whole intro to the movie, where like they were doing the whole opening sequence where they're doing like the names and all that.
Yeah.
That's what that was. It was like, we don't really want to talk about the Red Room all that much. We'll put it in the opening credits. So it'll be 5 minutes of opening credits where we're just going to show the whole story. And you're just going to sit there and go, Can we get to the acting?
So I liked the Nirvana cover. Casey did not like the Nirvana cover song. I liked it.
Oh, I totally I totally whatever
Me
that
too.
stupid app is called, and downloaded it immediately.
I liked it.
Yeah, to me it was okay. Gotta understand something, man. I'm a walk-up music guy. Like, to me, like, when a professional wrestler would come out to his music, man, and you hear that first, you're like, oh my God, it's the dude. I'm like, to me, that is like some of the most important music to set the tone. And I thought that set the tone for the beginning of that movie perfectly, because it was like, that song is just not a great song to begin with. And it's just kind of dark and, whatever.
Was better than the original, probably. Yeah.
What's that?
I think it was better than the original. It's just
I don't say better.
I don't know why I have a problem with that song. It's just I heard it like 6,000 million times.
Dude, I was rocking out with the home theater on, like rocking. I had the cabinets going, all that stuff, and like you have that, like when you hear a song and you have that first like few seconds to hear it before you like connect in your head what it is. It's kind of like just gibberish for like a couple, like literally almost gibberish for a couple of seconds, and then it kicks in. You're like, oh, that's that. And I'm like. And then obviously it's the intro of the movie, and you know what's going on within the beginning of the act. And I'm like, this is effing awesome. Like, they set the tone.
Westworld was the best about that. The first season, they had so many awesome piano covers.
The Radiohead.
Oh, dude, it was killer. Yeah. Did you watch Westworld?
No, I haven't watched Westworld.
I haven't watched it yet.
Don't watch the second season. All right.
Are you watching Warrior?
Dude. Do you want to get? But I've watched Enter the Dragon. We can talk about it now or later.
No, we can talk. All right. So for Scott and Casey, there's a HBO series called Warrior. If you're at all a Bruce Lee fan or a karate movie fan, and you haven't, it's 2 seasons right now.
Right, 2 seasons.
It is probably the
total
best
badass
karate movie you'll see in forever. Currently, and it's shot like an HBO series, so there's action and sex in each episode. So whichever one you lean to, you're totally, that's kind of their show. It's like you can talk about any subject you want, just so there's action and sex in every episode. Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, that's what we do.
So the season 2, episode 9 is before the season finale, but it's the best show that they've made so far. So if you just want to skip ahead to see what the show is about, it's called Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
Because the story is actually inspired by writings from Bruce Lee.
Right.
So the character, our main character, gets his hands on some nunchucks. So what were your thoughts?
All you need to know about this episode is nunchucks, and he done to Bruce Lee. I was like, dude, I almost got chill bumps. When he done to Bruce, I was like, dude, this is so.
Haley was looking at me like, "What is wrong with you?" And I was like, "Bro, this is like,
dude, Assam is kicking ass in this episode. I might watch it again before I watch the finale because there's so much going on. I love Young June. I'm glad that he's the head of the Tong And you know, the episode before when they go to the fights, and he's like, "I'm not giving up on ice, man." He's like, "I don't think you're gonna be able to sneak it past. I could sneak it past." And that dude walks by after he tries to sneak past the gun. He just gets his head blown off.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, okay." but he, like Young June, this dude is you're not really supposed to like him, but I love this guy. He's a total badass with his knives. Like he's a warrior too. And he is up for the fight with a song 100%. Hong is my next new favorite character. The dude with the
warrior or Enter the Dragon.
Warrior.
Well, Warrior is the name of the series.
Sure. Yeah.
Enter the Dragon is the name of the episode that is like the preseason finale. So it's like here's the fight. Here's what these 2 seasons have led up to. And then the next, so they kind of had to do like 2 season finales because there's 2 plot lines that needed to be kind of wrapped up before we get into season 3, so that season 3 can be about a totally different subject. So there's 2 major fights that have to happen. Basically, it's the premise for the show is early San Francisco when Chinatown is just becoming a thing, and the Irish. Who built a bunch of whatever construction people are hating on the Chinese and want them all to go home, and so it's this battle between the Chinese and the Irish, with everyone else just kind of caught in the middle, and so at some point the line gets blurred and the Irish decide that they're going to go march into Chinatown and serve Irish justice on these Chinese people. Not realizing that that's a really bad idea.
Right.
Because the Tongs don't play around at all. Like, they literally walk around with hatchets and cut people and kill them.
And I love the way they say dice them. Like, if they're going to, like, that's what they do to people. They dice them.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta watch this. I'm going to start this right after this podcast.
Dean recommended it to me like a month ago. I finally got around to watching it, dude. It is probably one of the best shows Dean's ever recommended to me.
You need to. If we're talking about HBO, I keep preaching. I need to watch Carnival, straight up. You're like not even. You got to. I'm telling you.
I mean, how many seasons are there?
I think it's 3 seasons. I want to say.
Yeah,
I can do 2 or 3 seasons, but I can't.
I'm telling you, I guarantee you, if you don't, if you watch episode 1, if you don't like it, you're fine.
Well, hey, I'll tell you one thing that I like a psalm, and there's going to be a boss battle. The top Irish guy, a psalm, the top Asian guy. So they get into it earlier in the thing, and he's talking about just 'cause the Irish guy tells him a psalm. He's like, just because you got a nice suit and this, it doesn't make you a real person. And he's like, and he threatens him. He's like, well, when you're ready to find me, I'll be the Asian slur in a nice suit. And that when he said that, I was like, oh, this is happening.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the next episode.
Right. So it's highly recommend it if you haven't watched it.
I'll check it out.
Okay, so back to the Black Widow. So the family scene at the ending, basically we surmise they could have cut it to 5 minutes, just got through it, get to the airplane, and then start the movie. So we start the movie with Natasha in a bathroom watching, they're coming to get her. And I think she summed it up the best when she was like, you're just embarrassing yourself.
Oh, on the front, yeah.
Okay. So obviously that scene pans out. Next thing you know, she's in Norway. And then we flip over to her sister.
Right.
What do we think of that whole thing?
I thought it was cool. The girl fight
stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Scott.
It was pretty. I didn't mean to cut into it. I thought the sister's introduction was cool. They made her obviously a badass off the rip, And then how about the part where she like stabs herself in the freaking leg, pulls out the chip, the tracking chip out of it, and then just bolts like she just get.
That was crazy. I was
like, oh my god! And then the girl fight, because it really wasn't introduced that it was like her sister yet. Like I guess they kind of like hinted at it, who she was going to go see or whatever. But that was a pretty intense. Yeah, they made her tap out. The good.
I knew straight away. I was like, yeah, this is her sister, and they're fixing to do
I didn't know.
Fight. Yeah.
Didn't know.
She's like, why do you do that? And she's like, why do you do what? And she goes,
oh, the pose.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
And she did it later in the movie. She's like, oh, disgusting. Yeah.
So the one shot that I thought was kind of weird was when Natasha takes her shirt off and her sister sees how beat up she is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And she has that look on her face like, oh my God. But yet they just literally had this
huge, intense fight.
And you're just thinking.
They almost killed each other. I mean, literally almost killed each other.
Yeah. But she's looking at Natasha like, oh my God, she's like beat to shit. And obviously, what was the bad guy's name? It's totally flipping me out.
Dracoff?
No, the robot like
computer. The bad girl's name.
Yeah, the bad girl's name. I'm sorry.
I don't. Antonia.
Yeah. But what was her?
I can't remember her name as a fighter.
Yeah,
gotcha. The character I have pulled up right here. The Taskmaster.
Thank you, Taskmaster. I don't know why I brain dead there for a minute. Because she had that big fight with Taskmaster. Taskmaster beat her ass.
Yeah.
How about when her dad when I don't want to skip to the later part of the movie. I just want to make sure we talk about that fight with the dad and then with Red Guardian. Yeah.
All right, so obviously the sisters work it out and they decide that they need, Natasha realizes that she didn't kill him from the Red Room. So now the task is to figure out, so we got to get the family back together again. And we're introduced. So he's in a jail. He's in a jail. The red.
Right.
So,
it just walked out of it. Like, you couldn't have done this earlier.
Yes.
Like, he wanted to be there. He was like,
but he doesn't want to be on the run. He didn't want to be on the run. Yeah, he didn't want to be on the run from the Russian guy. A and then B. He's got a mate in there. He's like King Ding Dong in there.
It's like he just don't have nothing else to do. Like,
dude, he's
not
King
the Red
shit.
Guardian no more. No one cares. He's
taking everyone's shit all day on arm wrestles. Yeah. Are you calling me a liar? And he fucking throws the guy. Yeah. Dude, I thought that was amazing. I thought the prison scene was just amazing stuff. Him getting the jailhouse tattoos, all that stuff. It just because he goes from the dad when he saw him before, because he's back when he was in spy mode when he had a shaved face and all that stuff. Next thing you know, you see him all ratty and gross and doing in a prison cafeteria. Yeah, it was great.
Well, that was the part I was just trying to figure out with, but no, that makes perfect sense. I mean, he was the man there. There was no reason to leave.
Yeah, he had nothing better to do. You know what makes me love the Red Guardian so much is I feel like I am the Red Guardian at a lot of times when they're
okay, Dad.
Like I'm just a big guy. I'm just coming in there hot. Like, we'll see what happens. There's no plan here. We're just doing this. But when they're on the plane or the helicopter, and he's like, "Yeah, we're going to wherever." Oh, we're not gonna have enough guests set. Like,
we'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I've literally said that to my wife in a vehicle, and we ran out of gas.
How about right after that when they get off the plane and he did the Captain America ask about me thing. I rolled my ass off laughing, and then B, they're like, did I do anything wrong? And then he's being all serious, and he's like, I did you guys so well. I give you love. You have killed so many people. Like, it would make your docs in blood. And I'm like, and they're just sitting there just feeling shitty about it. And they're like, yeah, this doesn't make it any better. And he's proud. He's like, I'm so proud of you guys. Yeah.
You've killed so many people.
Yeah, you've killed so many innocent people.
Yeah.
Okay, so we make it to the farmhouse with the pigs, and we learn that she's the master of manipulation. She's made all these bad moves for him.
Which that's skill, right?
The asphyxiation of the pig. She starts choking out the pig with her thing.
Yeah, dude, that made me so uncomfortable. Like,
the daughter just sitting there like,
yeah.
So
it's fine. He breathes when I say to breathe.
He can last 9 more seconds, 11 seconds, whatever.
Like, go get me
to find that out the hard way.
Yeah.
So naturally, the bad guys show up, and we assume that the mom turned them in. Was anybody else kind of caught off guard on that one?
I for a minute thought the mom rolled on him. Like, I legitimately did, because she'd ask like, hey, how did you keep her stuff? And the twist, which we'll get into later, it threw me off. But I was under the impression that the mom did roll on him because they had the whole.
Yeah. It got me totally. I was like, of course she did this.
She still had the photo album. She still had his uniform.
So it didn't get you?
She's all sentimental. I was like, they got a plan. They have to have a plan.
Yeah. I figured they had a plan. I just didn't realize that was the plan. And I mean, there was plenty of clues before that, because the face technology, they panned through that room and you saw the two masks.
Yeah. I knew there was a plan very shortly after. Like, okay, well, actually, it's the right time because it's right after when the door opened or whatever. Like when the cell door opened, I was like, okay, there's a back plan here going on now. Like, but keep going.
I do love he was pouring his heart out, and she's like, "You don't got.
You have no mic. Yeah, there's no mic. Yeah. And then,
Oh, so sorry, I've let you down your whole life.
That's so good. Yeah, and then immediately once he got an earpiece, he started to try to do the same exact speech that he was doing before.
Yeah.
All right. So now we find out who Taskmaster is, and Natasha, of course, pulls off her mask, and it's the two of them confronting each other. Like a fool, he doesn't have Taskmaster kick her ass right there. Like that was mistake number one. I mean, it's freaking Natasha. Like, I don't care how cool you think you are. She's toppled governments. Right. You don't think she can topple your dumb ass?
Wait, it reminds me of what's the movie Austin Powers? He's like, Dad, I could shoot him with a gun right now. No, we got sharks. We're gonna kill him with the sharks. Like, I got a gun in my room. I could go grab it, and I'll shoot him right now. Yeah. He's like, no, I've already got the sharks set up. Let's do the sharks.
They make you just or International Man of Mystery.
That was the first. This is the first one. Yeah. No, the second one.
No, it was the second one because it was his son, and he hated his son, and
they make you. Dude, I hated Dracoff right from the first time I saw Dracoff, dude. Even from in the beginning thing, I don't like this guy.
Let's be real.
Yeah, he looks like he wants like wannabe mafioso movie character guy.
Yeah, I think that's what he was trying to be. I mean,
touche. No, I agree.
He was 100%. He drove in the backseat of the car. He wore track suits. I mean, how much more '90s player could you be wearing a track suit?
Touche.
I totally want. I want to bring the tracksuit back.
Same.
Yeah, I want to bring.
You could probably pull it off at your.
I have Polish heritage.
Yeah, there we go.
You need to wear it's gonna be hot. Sundown. You wear the no bullet tweed shirt and some like Adidas track pants. There you go.
The stripes have to go all the way up, dude.
I've already got the slides.
There you go.
That's all you need.
Dude, those slides have seen some shit. And okay, it looks like.
You need Odie Blowed subwoofer body spray.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'll be fine.
You're gonna smell like voice coils for 3 days. Yeah, for 3 days. Your nostrils will. But anyway.
All right. So the twist is she pulls the face off, and now we have a face-to-face confrontation. We find out that she generally feels bad that she's caused this thing that's Taskmaster, that is just hating life because she's this robot killer or semi-robot killer. Because there's a USB port in her neck. I had to have a computer chip put in her neck. Yeah, okay.
To kill you.
He tried to act like he was all upset about it. It's like, shut up.
Yeah.
You're not upset about that,
Now he proceeds to kick her ass, Natasha's ass.
Yeah.
And in typical Natasha fashion, she's literally egging him on to kick his ass.
But there's a motive to it, though. You figure
we don't know why.
Yeah.
So
why does she keep egging him on? It looks like it sucks.
Yeah.
She just likes it. She's smiling like, this is a bad girl right here.
Well, which kind of brings us to the scene in one of the other Avengers where she's where she's locked in the chair, hanging off the back like this, and they're getting ready to kill her, and she gets a phone call, and they're like, oh, "What? It's for you," and it's like, okay, all right, no, I'm almost done with this guy. We're going to kill you. No, shut up. Yeah. And then she does like the whole chair flip, kicks everyone's ass, and then hops on the plane. And so you know this is her. So whatever is happening because she wants it to happen.
And when she hits her nose into the desk,
because he's not doing his job.
I know.
Dude, I cringed.
I love how she calls him out on it too.
Like you're too weak.
Yeah, you were too weak to do your job. Bam! You're just going, what the?
Yeah, for sure.
Why did you do that?
I would say that probably like a large portion of the country has never actually been punched in the face, in the nose, or anything. Like that really hurts. That really hurts.
It goes exactly back to what we were saying a second ago about the Dr. Evil scene. Like she had the opportunity to legitimately kill him there, and she just kept talking to him.
Right.
Like as soon as that whole thing was done, she could have killed.
I got a gun right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop monologuing. Like, you know?
Yeah, there's shit all over his desk. Hit him with a screen, something, like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
No,
but there
that's
again, there was an ulterior motive for that because she had to get his ring at the last minute.
Right.
Yeah.
So, because remember, Natasha doesn't do anything without a purpose. So her purpose wasn't to kill him. Her purpose was to get close enough to him so she could get his ring, and then get him away from the computer so that she could get to it. If she would have killed him, then all the people would have come in, and she would have had to fight all those people. This way, they left her.
Right?
What's that?
When when she said severing the nerve and smashed her face, he realized that, and he hit the thing to signal everyone. So if she would have just killed him, Well, there was
then there would have been a time.
It was a really.
You wouldn't have had enough time.
Motive actually shows a lot of way though. For we skipped over the whole when they first went to go get her. Then when we get to Natasha, I've already forgot the freaking character's name. When she first encountered Taskmaster with Natasha, she didn't even want to kill her. Like she's like, I'm here to get the the freaking
right. Oh yeah, on the bridge.
Yeah, so there's motives on a lot of those things where they looked past the thing that's not the target. Like, hey, you have nothing to do with it, so you're not even freaking worry about it. It's like the board, right? It's what it is.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, that there again, that subtle thing that she picked up on was this thing is not here to kill me. It wants this case. Therefore, I need whatever is in that case. And so, the next thing led to getting whatever it is out of the case. And then you knew she was going in the water. She knew she was going in the water. She just needed to get pushed into the water. So, she got the stuff he didn't know, or it didn't know, or she at this point, Taskmaster didn't know.
Scene too.
What's that?
When they first meet on that bridge.
Yeah.
Because they look at each other and all that stuff. Yeah, they have that I thought in my head this whole time, I swear to you, until the end, when they reveal that, there's the daughter, that it was going to be a clone of her. I mean, straight up, from the encounter that they had on the bridge forward, I thought it was they're going to clone this chick. What is it? It is.
Because she copied all the moves.
Yeah, because it wasn't in.
Well, the girl that, the sucky thing is the girl that played Taskmaster, she's a really good action, one of these women action people. She's done a couple really good movies, and it's she wasn't playing Taskmaster in that, they just needed her face again.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. She was just there for the scene, the facial scenes.
Yeah. And it was damn, because it'd be nice to see if they do anything with her without the whole Taskmaster garb, because she's a really good fighting actress. She's done some really nice stuff that it's I
want a standalone Red Guardian movie. Standalone.
Right.
Oh, for sure. God, that would be wonderful. It'd be good. He has to somehow team up with Ant-Man.
Yes.
That'd be classic.
Yeah, him and
Oh, better yet, Red Guardian, Ant-Man, and Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Deadpool can make an appearance.
It could happen. It could happen. Let me sidejag us for a second. So you're Draco, or I'm just going to call him Draco like he's Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter.
Captain Evil.
Yeah. But you hire these men to protect you, do all this stuff. He's got an army, right? So when they kill that guy, say you're the army member. I'm a stormtrooper.
Yes.
This guy's dead. Are you still fighting to death for him, or what's going on? Like me, I'm no, bro. This dude dead. We've already failed this job. We've already failed this job. This person is obviously a trained killer. They're running through us. I'm no.
I'm done. You're good. You win.
Paychecks.
Who's picking up the bill?
Right.
Who's signing my paychecks? He's dead. Hey, I'm done. I gotta go look for another job.
So
you hired
So do y'all think that the Rick Mason guy's in love with Natasha and he's friend zoned?
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's what every guy wants to hear.
Because he had to at a point that he wasn't under her covers and stuff like that. And you're bro, you lost it at that point, bro. You done cucked yourself there, bud.
Well, I mean, she's got her eyes set on the big green guy. So I mean, she's got a thing for the Hulk at this point. So I mean,
the Hulk or Doctor whatever his name.
Well,
is.
Banner.
No, definitely the Hulk.
Yeah.
Whatever. you know,
baby.
You're like, how do I compete with the Hulk, man?
Well,
Like, come on.
Wasn't he
Yeah.
the Hulk and Bruce Banner at the same time? He was the Hulk and Bruce Banner in the after credit scenes, or
well, he became in Avengers, you know,
Right.
once or in Thor Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. That's right.
You
Yeah.
know, and then he was Hulk, and then after in the second half of the Avengers, he became the two combined, where they're like they found the middle ground where Banner and Hulk kind of hybrid into one another.
Right.
And, you know, so now you have a smart Hulk where they just are big and green all the time.
I have one more side jag question to ask you. So, what makes you think, as Black Widow, what makes you think you belong in the Avengers? Even like if you're 007, what puts you like? What do you bring into the table?
She
Like,
wants to
there's
do
literally-
good, man. She's
There's
trained
like
for
a
that.
god.
She's like-
There's a god. In
Well,
this
yeah,
group.
but back it up, because she joined Shield. So like if you go back to the original Iron Man, she was in the original Iron Man. She played the secretary chick, you know, that was sent to take care of Tony Stark and make sure he didn't do dumb stuff. They had that whole fighting thing where she basically kicked his ass. So she's a spy. So, you know, her whole thing was like, I'm a spy. Not only am I just a spy, I'm a spy trained in the Red Room of super assassins that I managed to topple. I'm the baddest bitch on the block, basically, you know? And, you know, I got this other guy, you know, that shoots a bow and arrow that can fucking do this and hit the, you know, how does anybody do that? But, you know, plus she's got the pose with the hair whip.
You beat me to it, but she has the pose.
Yeah,
You
well,
know.
and then you're fighting Thanos. It's like, what can you really like? Okay, you stay here and you do the plans or whatever, because like you're gonna get killed. Normal, like Hawkeye, bro, leave the arrow. You stay back, okay?
Yeah,
We don't need you up. We don't need you up here.
I look at it like they have that firefighter mentality. That it's like, listen, somebody's got to do it. You know, I'm at least trained to handle myself, and I can. I have a super high threshold of pain.
Yeah, she does, dude. She takes.
And I think that, but that's the thing. I also think that's part of her conditioning as a super, as you know, she has a super high threshold of pain. They probably have removed most of them, as we found out. You know, go to on your female time.
Yeah,
I don't have a uterus. You know,
Right.
it's
they
like,
cut it out.
Whoa.
Didn't they talk about that? Like, they never thought of having children.
What's that?
Yeah, they definitely cut all that stuff out.
They cut it out, and then they had the whole sister conversation. Did you ever think about having kids and all that stuff?
Yeah.
The one thing I liked seeing was the mom Melina. I was trying to put a finger on where I recognized her from, and then B, she was hot when she got in the whole like the outfit, the combat outfit. I was like, dang, but no, she's the chick from Constantine. She was the. Yeah.
Oh, you know who she's married to, right?
No.
She's married to Daniel Craig.
Oh, James Bond.
What?
James Bond. Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
She was also in the original Mummy.
Yeah, I know she's in a bunch of the older movies. I looked it up later, but
What happened to Brendan Fraser, man?
He is.
His new show is great. The new show.
Yeah.
Doom Patrol?
Doom Patrol is great.
Well, no, he's in another one too that I just watched. Where
the Western style one, the sheriff thing or whatever.
Oh no, he just did a movie. It's the other movie on HBO right now that has Cheetahs and it's the black guy and the Latino guy that have it's the newest movie on. It's the new movie on HBO that was supposed to go to the box office that didn't make it. It's not that good. But he plays one of the mob guys in it. He's just a fat guy now. You know?
Who, Brendan Fraser?
Yeah.
I think we're in prime Brendan Fraser moment right now. Like he's the best in Doom Patrol.
Oh, he's the best in Doom Patrol.
Yeah,
no doubt.
What is Doom Patrol about?
Dean, do your thing.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I loved this show.
Okay, the first question is, do you like superheroes?
Yes. Well, we're talking about a Marvel movie right now.
I don't know, but that doesn't mean you like superheroes.
Yeah.
We said Natasha's not really a superhero. Anyways, so it is another superhero series that is loosely based. It was either DC. I think it's DC. It's just this guy.
He plays
trying to make. What's that?
It's the robot. He's like a robot.
Yeah, he plays a robot. So there's a robot. There's a guy that's wrapped up like a mummy. There's a blob girl. There's another girl with 200 personalities.
Right.
Me.
And they just kind of all coexist in this really weird world with the Xavier character that created them. That
Right.
they find out that he actually made them, unfortunately, and also the robot guy from DC.
Oh yeah. Cyborg. Yeah. It's like Dollar Tree Cyborg.
Yeah, so
like
it's
Dollar
a
Tree
DC
Cyborg.
It's a DC thing.
Yeah.
So Doom Patrol is a DC comic book. It's just really weird, and it's good.
It was kind of sad because he's like, "Oh, my kid" or whatever.
Yeah.
In the first part,
he's like the first scene in the first one. He's like banging the nanny right off the bat, right out of the gate. And it's like, oh Lord, it's like,
he's a piece of shit,
and
he knows he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's kind of like retarded X-Men.
Well, yeah, but he plays like a Ricky Bobby character.
He's Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, no, it's if you haven't watched Doom Patrol, it's definitely worth the thing.
Yeah, I got lost.
Just having a blast in the comments here.
Yeah, I see it now. So the Red Guardian Taskmaster fight when he's trying to talk to Melina, he's trying to say like, "Baby, I might never see you again." He's like, "Oh shit, she's already got." It's like shit.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm the Red Guardian. I'm always $1 late and a day short, man. It's like, oh yeah, I'm trying to tell you something very, like we're trying to have this moment, like you're gone and now I'm fighting this cyborg woman crazy killer. And
So Taskmaster chases her through the whole sky, and
Yeah.
somehow we make it.
And I was like,
we make it from up here to down here with no parachute.
Right.
Magically. Okay.
No, they went parachuted halfway down. Okay, they're like halfway,
and then they kind of tiptoed through the product till they made it to the ground and a superhero landing. And then she's got to fight Taskmaster. Eventually, gets her face mask off, shoots her with the red stuff in the face. And what's the first thing Taskmaster says?
Is he gone?
Yeah. So we have to feel like they're again an unwilling, hating life kind of thing. So you almost feel sad for Taskmaster. And of course, all the girls come pick her up, and they're like, "She's one of us. We're going to take her with us," and all this nonsense. So the real question I kind of thought was that even really his daughter? Like,
there's no way to know.
I don't even feel like it was his legit daughter. I think it was just one of the girls.
Another one of the girls. Yeah, I assumed it was an experiment.
Yeah, it's like that. It's so insidious because you hear her sister talk about like, you know what's going on, but you can't control what's happening. They're telling you what to do, you do it, but you know everything you're doing. It's like,
well, dude, like the one girl that had to blow her face off. She says, "I don't want to do this."
Hear me out though. If he was going to do that to the homegirl, then okay. If he was already planning, there's no way like the explosion just lit off the. Oh, I'm going to put my freaking girl.
Oh no, not at all. No.
Yeah, so he already had her was like priming her to do that before she got blown up. It just to make Taskmaster just took the explosion to go to that level because it clicked to me like right then like okay she's out so like boom Taskmaster immediately filled that role of it. He was already planning to probably obsolete her, if I had to guess, beginning with just the way he's been disrespectful towards her or whatever when they first started talking.
So is there any other scenes in this movie that you feel we should spend some time on or that you thought that we haven't talked about?
When she got surrounded up there on the catwalk and she shot the top of the thing and then the whole like engine explodes, one of the guys falls down and the fan or the engine blade like went boom and he just got knocked out of the sky. I thought that was insane.
No, there's another moment. Like I shed like two.
The effects were like some of them cringeworthy, but overall, use your imagination. It's pretty cool.
I feel like the most touching part of the movie with me like really struck home and gave me some really emotional value. And hearing stories like that was when the dad was talking about getting pissed on the hands by his dad for the frostbite. Yeah, he's like, listen, I'm trying to tell you something, and it's like all this stuff's gone bad. No, I just burst out laughing in the middle of that going on, like all that emotional turmoil going on. It's like my father pissed on my hands, and you're like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Every scene that the sister, what was her name, Alina?
Yeah.
Every scene she was in, I just couldn't help but think of Dean. Like, I'm going to do this for you, but I'm going to be a smartass about it. Every step of the way, I'm going to mention every dumb thing you do. I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to do what I need to do to help you.
He was like, she's like, I'm going to come in here. I just want to sit. He's like, okay, we'll just sit. And he goes, yeah. Dude, I love that character.
Okay, so the final scene of the movie, the after credits, as it would be, where Seinfeld's girlfriend there pops up, Dreyfus, with the purple hair. So now we finally know, because if you think about it, this movie was supposed to come out long before the Winter Soldier Falcon series.
Right.
So we should have already been introduced to this character before she shows up in Falcon. It didn't work out that way. And she hands her a picture of Arrow guy. So, we have that to deal with. So, here's
they're blaming him for the death, even though she sacrificed herself.
Yeah. So what could possibly be the gain of that? I mean,
it's gonna be like double cross thing going on. And I couldn't even take her seriously. I just thought about Friends, and when I saw her, I was like, oh yeah, that's what she's up to now. But no, I think it'd be a double cross thing where they're gonna play people off each other.
It came off to me as it was just like this waited so long that we didn't get this movie out that now we have to make this scene happen to tie everything together somehow.
Well, she knows that Barton is her friend, because there's 3 arrows in the wall. She goes, what kind of bullet makes those? And then she talks to her about, the 2 of them having to hide out inside of the whole little thing. So she knows there's a relationship with there. How would she have killed? That's the kind of, I was like, really? I mean, because we know he's supposedly got a series coming out. Right. So my guess is this is the setup for that. Disney so mysterious. I don't know. I just that whole thing at the end is kind of like,
if you're not a legit, don't mess with this dude. Like, as far as dudes go, dudes on dudes and chicks are killers. Don't mess with this dude. Now, if you're Thor or something, go ahead, mess with him all you want, or you're an alien or something like that. But as far as person to person, don't mess.
Well, I think the one thing about Hawkeye that we could probably all agree on is that guy knows his place.
Right.
Like, if you think about it, he's always the guy that's just sitting in the back, waiting to see how it all plays out, and then he's in the right spot at the right time, takes a shot, and moves the fuck on. He's never the guy, like when they're having that whole bro moment where they're all trying to pick up Thor's hammer. I didn't know he was there, but he would never do that.
Right.
Because that's not his character. His character, he'd be upstairs in the top balcony looking down, sulking at them. Going, I want to be home with my wife and kids.
Right.
Here's a crossover for Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye is in the same universe as the 28 days of 28 weeks later because he plays a sniper character role in 28 weeks later. And I'm like, that's the same freaking guy. Could be. The zombies against zombies.
It could be.
Those were crazy zombies, dude. Like sprinting. Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, okay, this is a different type of zombie. This is great.
I loved zombies so much until The Walking Dead had 26 seasons.
I've never watched it. I never got into Walking Dead, but 28 days later, 28 weeks are crazy.
Well, okay, so
the leaves would never be like that. The wind would not put the leaves there.
The latest zombie movie? Have you watched the latest zombie movie with Batista?
Yeah, it's amazing, dude. I loved it.
So that's on HBO right now too. That's where that's the newest zombie thing is the Dave Bautista version of zombies that just happened, where they have to go to Las Vegas and steal the money.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
You don't gotta watch it, but if you got nothing to do and you like zombie movies,
let's be honest. Watch it. I always have something to do, but a lot of times I don't do what I have to do, and I just watch a stupid movie. So
I'm glad we're getting back to like there being quality zombie stuff because I feel like there's like a good couple of like eras of zombie stuff, and then it goes Walking Dead, and then it's like okay, cool, we beat that with a dead horse for a while, so like now let's get back to some core stuff.
I don't know. I like the Brad Pitt. What was that? World War Z or whatever.
That was pretty good. Yeah,
dude, that was insanity. And the
I had my mom sweating like,
dude, when he cut that girl's arm off.
Yeah.
I like those scary like those really gory one. Like there's a whole different thing of zombie movies of like I said the same thing. I think 28 Days Later that honestly was the first one that was like scary zombie movie for me. Like it's like this is like gory and scary and hardcore. Like these things can freaking run. Yeah. Hotter, Black Widow or Catwoman? I think Black Widow would be.
Oh,
Me too.
yeah.
I'm Black Widow.
Yeah.
We have a consensus.
All right, so we got like a couple minutes left. Not really, but let's pick next week's movie.
Right. Let me pull it up.
I think we hammered this topic. We did a really good job this week, guys. High fives all the way around.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't talk about what food. I was eating cheese pizza when I watched this movie. I ordered like an extra cheese pizza. It was good.
I had a couple pieces. This is pretty good.
It was good, yeah.
I had M&M's, classic
I went to
M&M's.
work at like 11 p.m.
Honestly, I think we got pizza that night too. I don't remember.
Oh, hold up, let me open this back up. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Jackie Brown.
When do you not get pizza, Dean? Is that your go-to meal?
Actually, it was Sunday. Yeah.
And if we're making a guest pick, I've already picked one before, so I'll let Casey.
Yeah, Casey got.
Casey. So, Casey, if you don't know, we have a list of movies you can choose from for us to watch this week, as well as you get to add a movie to the list. So,
okay, do I have to pick it right now?
Yeah.
Let's
I
see.
gotta race some off here. We still have some extra grandmas.
Oh, Project X for sure.
Oh, Project
I love
X.
that movie.
All right. Have you seen that, Dean?
No, I have not.
I think you'll like it. Yeah, I think you'll like it.
Okay, so that's the movie we're gonna watch next week. Is Project X. I have no idea what it's about, so I'll be surprised. And
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Now, what do we add?
What would you like to add? It can be any movie, doesn't matter.
Jackie
You can
Brown.
remove Demolition Man.
There's been talks about Jackie
Oh,
Brown.
yeah, we talked about.
Yeah.
We did a double
Yeah.
feature last week.
Yeah.
So you want to add Jackie Brown?
Yeah, great movie.
Okay.
Jackie Brown. All right.
I like it. Yeah, dude, Robert De Niro, and that's one of my favorite characters in Jackie Brown.
That's a period piece.
Oh
so
my
that'd probably
God,
be
yes.
pretty good.
Hey, look, there's
Has
a
everyone seen it here?
small little
Boring life right there.
right
yeah.
there, man. It's got to have it. Ties the show together.
Dude, every week I get down, Haley goes, "Really? What'd you pick?" Oh God, I don't want that.
Yeah.
She's just waiting for somebody to say, "You're the man." She's the man. Let's watch
Deep,
that.
Deviant's thoroughly excited about Jackie
We gotta
Brown.
like 1 week. We got to do the Mean Girls and do the Bailey Haley crossover and just see what happens.
Yeah,
We can just sit back.
Deviant's happy about it, so maybe
You're gonna do the
maybe he
Mean
should
Girls
be our
cross.
guest.
It's I really like the Quentin Tarantino stuff, man. We've been watching it in order of like how it came out. Then we made it past Kill Bill and Django, and I think we're about to do Hateful Eight, and then what was after? I still haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's the only one I haven't seen yet.
Oh,
The,
I like that one.
You know what movie I always thought was a Quentin Tarantino movie that's good that's not is Desperado. That's a freaking.
That is a great movie, dude.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
even remember that movie.
Speaking
I
of
know
the
I've seen
freaking
it, but
Antonio Banderas movie with the freaking guitar movie, that's freaking insane.
Yeah, have y'all seen
That's
Hell or
good.
High Water with Jeff Bridges? Came out in 2016, I think.
Haven't
I
seen that
don't
one.
think so. No.
Dude, Hell or High Water is freaking awesome.
Have
It's
you ever
like
seen
one
The
of my
Man with
favorite
No
movies.
Name? A Few Dollars More, or A Fistful of Dollars.
Yeah.
Those are awesome movies.
All right. What? Where can they see more of Scott and Casey?
Yes.
We do the Rolling Thunder podcast
Rolling Thunder.
every Friday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and so that's on Facebook, YouTube. And tomorrow we're doing Scrapyard Base Wars. Sorry, so we'll do a $750 shootout. It's Facebook Marketplace, and you have to get a subwoofer, box, and amp, and 3 different setups: a SUV, a trunk, or / car setup, and a shallow setup. And so it was me versus Casey versus Andy.
And
a friend
Andy's
of
not
ours.
allowed to use kicker. Scott's not allowed to use Rockford Fosgate. And I'm not allowed to use Resilient Sounds.
Wait,
And,
Scott's gonna need to be banned from kicker too.
I've got kicker.
I don't know. I didn't make
Yeah.
the rules. Well, actually, I did on that one,
So-
but I don't really like that part.
So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll be a good time.
Cool.
And then you can also see us at most Southeast bigger car shows too. These competitions and stuff. We go to a lot of them. We'll be at Sundown. We'll be at what else are we going to, Scott?
The
You're not
Body
going to
Showdown.
Sundown. No, you're going to be with
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
I got a video idea, Casey.
What?
Listen, when we do the demo, I want you to play 1 minute of a song before, and just I'm gonna video myself walking out and closing the door.
He's like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it on you, so nobody else gets offended.
The longest
So no one gets offended. We're planning this out. This like I started a TikTok. If you guys don't know, this is like prime TikTok material.
Okay. I'm down.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Good luck with the TikTok thing.
Yeah, I know.
Dude. So
I feel like I'm in a foreign land.
Oh, check this out. All right, so Chick sent me a funny thing on TikTok. I don't even have a TikTok account or anything like that. So I opened the link. Okay, I finally find out what people are talking about because I opened that link, watched the video, haha, good. Then I scrolled on it for like an hour and a half on the freaking other one page. I'm like, this is terrible. No, I don't want to install this.
Started getting your algorithm.
Yeah,
and that's why I don't have TikTok.
Nope, not installing
What else are you gonna do while you're pooping?
it. Yeah.
Like, you've been in there pooping for an hour and a half.
I reply to y'all's messages usually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I'm pooping. That reminds me of Casey and Scott.
Like I've got 10 messages I need to get back to people on something. This like, hey, my time is planned out. It's planned out.
you see Hi-Fi on the toilet, like dragging his image to a shirt right now. Like, okay, it looks cool.
Me and Tarek have a group chat with another one of our friends. I told you, like, most of the time when I reply to you guys, I'm pooping. You know that, right?
That's fine. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
And this has been Poop Talk.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, that brings the show to an end. Thank you so much for watching. And tune in next week where we're going to be talking about Project X. Hopefully, we'll find a guest to have on and talk about it. Evie seems to be really excited. Maybe we should,
I love that movie.
But anyways, thanks so much for having fun with us. And you guys have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time, guys.